And welcome back, everybody. We are at the at-home store. It's been about 10 days since our last visit. Time to see what is new. And we're starting out with some floor mats. They actually have quite a good selection, and I like to purchase these every year. They're pretty affordable. You can see like 12, 13 bucks. And you can get interesting designs. So even if you have to replace them every once in a while, which I like to do anyway because it makes for a nice variety, it's not that expensive, and it makes a good impact in your Halloween decorating. That actually was $25, but did you see how big it was? It was certainly a lot bigger than these standard size doormats. They come in all fun, different designs. I like this Halloween one with the pumpkins and the ghosts. Very eye-catching. And let's see. Okay, moving on. We have got some other interesting things in this aisle, including I think it's a candle with arms, but for some reason when I look at this, I always think tree. It reminds me of the trunk of a tree, maybe like this that you see in the Wizard of Oz. It's not going to be the first, or it's the first, but it's not going to be the last Wizard of Oz reference today. Just stay tuned here. I like the skull with the pearl eye and the sort of extra embellishments. I used this in my pirate theme a couple of years ago on top of a treasure chest. It just gives it a little extra interest. Look how empty this aisle is. So much more stuff to look forward to. Up here we've got our ribbon with a skull motif. I like the bones that come down on the little ribbon bits. But speaking of skeletons, this is an awesome mug set. I love the way this looks, how the cups all come together to form that big skeleton. Of course, if you're drinking them, it might look a little odd if you just have like a couple of thigh bones. But again, lots more space for more stuff. Now, I'm not going to go over the things that we've gone through in previous videos, so check out those if you want to see details on the things we just skipped over. Here's some more mugs. I like all the mugs they have this year. Another skull. I did this trick with some skulls that I made as well, putting little jewels in the eyes. Gives it a nice little glimmer, but I think those jewels might be just a tad big. Up here we've got a skeleton and a silver spray. Not sure I like it, but I'm never really a fan of these tiny little skeletons. Some velvet pumpkins, skip over those. All right, we've got some Christmas ornaments, which are themed for Halloween. I think this little gnome guy's out of place in this little area, but he's kind of cute. And now we're getting into some creepy decor with a candlestick with an eyeball. That eyeball looks a little like painted on. It looks a little crafty and not the quality I would expect if I am actually purchasing a prop. But I guess eyeballs are a theme this year. Look, we've got some, it reminds me of a cactus. I guess it's some sort of alien plant. But it's got its creepy little eyeballs as well. Some witch's shoes. I actually purchased these from Marshall's years ago for like 12 bucks, I want to say it was. But I use them as a base of my witch-themed Halloween tree. As we move on, we've got this large pumpkin I've seen in other people's videos. I am excited by it. It's a little pricey, 30 bucks. I like the pumpkins that light up from the back as opposed to the bottom because they're much more flexible in what you can do with them. I like to put them on posts and make my Halloween pumpkin army. All right, speaking of pumpkins and ugly pumpkins, this guy is interesting. He's, I guess, supposed to look very crafty. I guess he's part of the Halloween hoedown theme they've got going on this year. Some more stacked pumpkins over here. I love stacked pumpkins and the way they look. Here is a nice welcome board. It's very tall. Let's see how much this guy costs. 25 bucks, not too bad, but it's that very flimsy wood. I wouldn't expect I'd want to leave that outside unless you have a nice covered patio or something. It looks like it would just soak up the water and completely get ruined. Here's another crafty pumpkin in a larger size. 15 bucks. Not sure I would want to pay that for that, but I'm not sure I would buy it anyway. As we move down the aisle, we have another Crafty Pumpkin. This one looks like a quilted pattern. And another tiny skeleton. Not my thing. Don't like them at all. And what's usually not my thing are these candy corn props, but I really like this glass one. It looks kind of realistic shaped. Then we've got a candy corn pumpkin here, so spooky. And even though the candy corn decor is not my forte, I got to admit, I kind of like that. And let's see, what else have we got? The light up Christmas trees. This one's very hard to see lit up, doesn't light up very bright, but it does. And then we've got some extra pumpkins down here on the shelf. Look at these cute little guys. So this guy has this little boo banner just like that gnome did on the other shelf. I guess that's a theme they're going with this year. That little skeleton is cute. This stuff reminds me of the Target props. We've got some candles, and honestly, I kind of like that candy corn candle as well. All right, it's a wreath made out of these ornaments. Now that we know where we can find all the ornaments, we can make our own if we wanted to. And they have some black Christmas trees and wreaths on display. Not sure about those giant ornament bulbs, though. They kind of remind me of basketballs. And of course, here we have some more mugs. All right, not a huge variety on the sizes of these craftable pumpkins, but they've got some nice colors, and hopefully we'll be seeing a lot more soon. And more stuff we looked at last time, so hopefully we'll get some more regular creepy, not just decorative Halloween decor coming up soon. I think this sort of mystic lady is new. It's got a little crystal ball, kind of pricey. Not sure what you would do with these. I guess if you had a display of them, it'd be nice. Okay, we've got a drink dispenser in the form of a skull. I like it. It looks kind of small, but it's only $10, so you could fit a few drinks in there. But if you're gonna have a big party, you're gonna want something more substantial. And speaking of substantial, we've got some larger props starting to come out. A spider and another stacked pumpkin jack-o'-lantern decor, which is right across from these candles here, which I actually love the colors and the shapes of these candles. That is very nice looking. All right, we also have some candles on the back wall. There's an LED skull. And this little black skull's got a lot of detail on it. And, oh, actually it bleeds. Look at that red in it. And the red eyes. I think that would be a beautiful candle. I'm tempted to half buy it just so we can watch it burn. As we move down, you can see a lot of the pumpkins we looked at again in previous videos, but there's some interesting stuff mixed amongst the pumpkins, like this gold-colored skull with the flowers. And let's see, what else have we got over here? Looks like we've got some more drink cups. This one is a skull in that sort of iridescent coloring. $3, a little more expensive than the others we saw. All right, but you could also drink out of a cup. It's got a little skeleton hand on it. I noticed it had a kind of a thick lip on it, though. It looks a little cheap. And then we've got a plain pumpkin one. Speaking of pumpkins, we've got some general fall decor here. Again, some more mugs and some more, well, I thought this was a cup, but it's actually a shaker in a skull. So we can make ourselves some interesting Halloween beverages and drink them out of our poison cup. Okay. More pumpkins and more pumpkins. Actually, I kind of like this stuff in the more fall decor area, I guess. It's a little bit more muted, not like garishly colored. And I think it actually it's got a nice palette, except for maybe this giant pumpkin, which I do love the size of it. $100. But there's something about the white. It looks more crafty. Here's our other Wizard of Oz reference. We've got that scarecrow wreath. Look just like it from the Wizard of Oz. And then, again, I love the color palette they've got going on this year, but I don't think I like the yarn pumpkin. Or, I don't know, is that a crocheted pumpkin? I'm not all into my crafting terms, but wow, I do love that, actually, that sort of white, ugly pumpkin there. But look at the colors of these. I think they're beautiful. Not just that bright orange that you see everywhere like this, although I kind of like these. It looks a little more realistic, but it's on a stake, so maybe it's not. And let's see, just some, again, more general fall decor. Taking a little look at it for the people who were asking for it in the last video. Sorry, it's not my thing. I tend to skip over it a lot, but I do like this wooden pumpkin on a stand. That's kind of pretty. And you've just got some gourds and things and nice little welcome pumpkin. Great for fall. I'm tempted to put it out now. All right, we have some more pumpkins over here. I like this glass one. We didn't actually look at that last time, but more ugly pumpkins in various shapes, and I think these are amazing. They look much more realistic, like you would find in a real pumpkin patch. And they're just fun to look at. So that's it. As you can see, they're making way for more Halloween stuff, clearing out all this outdoor decor. So hopefully we'll see some stocked shelves soon, and I'll take you along for that ride. So stay tuned. Till next time, thanks for watching. Take care, stay safe, and happy haunting.